Speaking of people suffering under low expectations, Night at the
Yeah.
Roxbury.
The Night at the Roxbury. What is love? Baby,
Baby,
don't
don't
hurt
hurt me.
me. Yes, the late '90s SNL gem uh, featuring Will Ferrell and Chris Katan, based on their SNL skit of playing a couple of losers who think they're real hot stuff in a nightclub, and they're trying to pick up chicks, and yeah,
Yep.
never doesn't go well for them.
Yeah, I think that the SNL movies that worked the best were the ones where they could have sort of a comedy duo. It's
Yeah.
like the classic fast talking dumb guy, and then the other quieter, submissive, or follower other guy who you can't tell if they're dumber or not.
Yeah, yeah. Yes,
Although
yeah.
they're both pretty dumb in this
Oh,
movie.
they're both pretty dumb. Yeah, although I would say
Actually,
Will Ferrell's dumber than Chris Kattan.
yes.
Uh,
Actually, give me a moment. I'll be right back.
okay. Yeah. So yeah. So the movie's, of course, based, like I said, it's based on their SNL skit. Their famous one is the one with Jim Carrey that they did. Um, but yeah, so this, but when they did the movie, though, they had to expand a bit more on like who these guys are and why they are the way they are. So you've got so you got Chris Kattan playing Doug Butabi, and then Will Ferrell playing his brother Steve, and they are basically kind of like these poser guys who they like going to nightclubs and they think they're just real hot stuff, and but reality, everyone, women think they're obnoxious and ugly, and guys think they're losers. And of course the SNL bits, they really don't talk very much. It's
No, they
just
really
kind of,
don't.
yeah, it's just kind of like, what, you me him oh, okay. And this, you actually have them like, having conversations with each other, like the first time you actually hear him really saying anything was when like they're doing the head bobbing in the car, and then Chris Kattan breaks the window and he's like, I broke the window again. He's like, oh, Dad's gonna be pissed at you.
Yeah, were they even established to be brothers in the SNL sketch?
I don't think so. No, I think they weren't really anybody. They were just kind of like just a couple of loser, poser guys, and trying to act all cool in in nightclubs.
Right. They're like the two guys who it is to their advantage that the nightclub concert music drowns out what they actually have to say.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then of course we find out that of course they go to the Roxbury, and of course, for those of you who don't know, the Roxbury was actually a real nightclub in LA, like one of the hot places to go. I don't even know if it's still around or not, or if it's as popular as it used to be. But yeah, so they try to get in, and Michael Clark Duncan plays the bouncer. So it seems appropriate for him. And I want to say this movie came out before Armageddon, so nobody really knew who he was at the time. But then they can't get into the Roxbury. They're waiting in line, and of course they're telling the story about when they saw Emilio Estevez. The Mighty Duck Man, I swear to God.
Right. Like, so I think Daniel liked this movie more than I did. I think part of it was just I didn't necessarily vibe with these characters, just because. But that's because they were exactly who they were playing. Like there were a couple of obnoxious dolts who definitely Chris Kattan's character was the less sympathetic one.
Yeah.
Yeah, mind you, there were some funny moments there. Or actually, there were plenty of funny moments there. Just like if I compare this to Wayne's World, which is like the most immediate comparison that kept coming to mind.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like I said, it's kind of a similar dynamic. Just I think that at the end of the day, Mike Myers is a better comedy actor than Chris Kattan.
Yeah, I'd say that's true. Yeah. Yeah, and of course, the whole bit with the movie is that they still live with their parents,
Mhm.
and the parents are played by Dan Hedaya. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Who's been in like a bunch of movies, and then Lonnie Anderson plays their mom, which I thought was she passed away recently.
Oh,
Yeah, she was married. She and Burt Reynolds were married for a few years. But but yeah, but yeah. So their whole goal is to get into the Roxbury so they could be somebody, and then they can open up their own nightclub. And and of course they also work in their dad's silk flower shop, and right next door is a lamp store owned by friends of theirs, and of course their daughter who's played by Molly Shannon. I can't remember what was her name.
I don't remember. And they kind of buried Molly Shannon here on the IMDb page. That's
Yeah.
not fair. She's one of the, she's like, yeah, she is the last character on the list of main characters.
Oh, wow.
Below,
I think
below flower customer number 2 and credit vixen.
Oh, they might be. This might be an order of appearance.
Maybe. I guess.
But yeah, she plays Emily.
No, like the IMDb last page had Jason Momoa over Jack Black, but Jack Black appeared in his movie first. So either way, Molly Shannon is a key part of this movie.
Yes, because she's madly in love with Will Ferrell, or with Steve, and why I have no idea. Well, probably because he's stupid and easy to manipulate.
Right. It's funny because she initially comes across as just a very nice, love-struck girl, but then you kind of realize that she wants to be in charge.
Yeah. She definitely wants to wear the pants in the relationship.
She doesn't want a partner so much as an accessory.
Yeah. And so what ends up happening is when they're trying to get into the Roxbury, they get rear-ended by Richard Grieco, who's playing himself in the movie. For those of you who don't know, he was on a TV show called 21 Jump Street. And he was in a movie I reviewed a while back, The Demolitionist, which is this real god-awful B movie that was a rip-off of it was female RoboCop. But yeah, so he rear-ends them, and then he don't want to get sued, and so he gets Doug and Steve into the Roxbury, and then it just kind of goes from there.
Yep. I did keep finding myself thinking about how this kind of it didn't quite copy Wayne's World Homework, but I thought it was so interesting that they both had characters who were just like madly in love with them, but I think they just weren't interested for the longest time.
Yeah. And you also have this other kind of subplot with Doug, with Chris Katan, where like he always has to call in this credit card payment processor to talk to this one woman, the credit vixen, to just mercilessly flirt with her. He has to come up with some excuse to call her.
And I noticed that they had her being into it.
Yeah.
To an extent, which actually, to my mind, did a lot to humanize his character. So
yeah,
that was a good inclusion.
Yeah. I will say, as you might expect, this movie is very dated.
Right, they at one point they tried to make them use a cell phone as like the huge brick-sized one.
Yeah, the brick from the 80s. Yeah, and of course, they can't use their cool 90s flip phones.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What else I thought was funny is that given how I'd say that as Will Ferrell went through his career, they stopped trying to make him the nice guy, possibly because he's kind of comes across to me like Chevy Chase, where you wonder how nice he actually is to deal with on a daily basis.
Yeah, I think I've heard stories about him. kind of
I
being.
haven't, but just based on like his later movies, like the characters he keeps making for himself, it's
Yeah.
like you're delivering these lines like a jerk is coming a little too easy to you.
Like Ricky Bobby. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or oh God,
or even
what
that Icelandic guy
oh
from
yeah, that
the
one.
music festival movie we watched.
Yeah.
But here he's much more like Buddy the Elf, where they are actually having him be nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he is, it's a classic mice and men duality here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I never noticed that before. Yeah, you're right. um, but yeah, I mean, this is a movie. This is one of those movies I grew up with. When I remember when it came out, I didn't get to see it in the theater, but I mean, I rented it when it came out on VHS and watched it on TV. And of course, like me and like all my friends at school, like we were always quoting it and referencing it, and we did. Every time What Is Love would come on, we'd start doing the head bobbing.
That's one of those iconic things that you just had to be there for.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and I think that so I must have seen the back half of this movie on TV at some point because it was like completely unfamiliar, brand new, brand new, brand new. Then it just got eerily familiar after a certain point.
Yeah. Yeah, like the wedding scene and
Yeah. And like Chris Katan stepping out of the guest house at a key moment, like that just struck me as, wait a minute, I've seen that before.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like I said, like I would put this in. This is probably better than MacGruber.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is better than MacGruber. Not as good as Wayne's World. From what little I've forced myself to watch of It's Pat, I just happened to catch them on TV. Way better than It's Pat.
Oh yeah. Well, to be fair, the It's Pat is like way down here. It's like the bar is really low.
Yeah. So like this is probably like a midline SNL comedy movie. Like,
yeah.
So I would say like if you decide to give those a watch, I would say watch Wayne's World or Blues Brothers before you give this one a go.
Yeah, I'd say that's true. Yeah. I would put it. Yeah, I would put it below. Like for me, it'd be like Wayne's World, Blues Brothers, and then this one.
Mm-hmm.
Although I haven't seen Coneheads.
I saw it years ago. I remember enjoying it, but I was also 13 and generally thought everything was funny. So
yeah.
Maybe we have to give it another go.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, this movie is on Netflix.
Is it still on Netflix? I remember there was one we were watching that might have been leaving soon.
Oh, this might have left.
Let's take a look, see just to see if we're misleading the people.
Yeah, it could also be on Paramount Plus if it's not on Netflix.
Let's find out.
It might have left at the end of August.
Night of the Roxbury. Nope, it is still available. I was thinking of a different until September 30th. So you've got basically a month to watch it.
Yes. All right. Very good. Yeah. Well, I think we've said all we need to say for tonight.
Yes, it was an interesting mix of movies.
It was. Yeah.